Hi there guys, Erin here again, another full day of eating or another what I eat in a day Wednesday. Today I have had my coffee so far. It's about lunchtime now, so I'm gonna go ahead and make some lunch. I am not sure what I'm gonna make today, but when I make my plate, I will show you guys what it is I end up eating. I am right now also in the process of starting dinner because I'm using my crock pot. Dinner tonight is going to be some beef brisket. I'm gonna be making my own barbecue sauce, and then I'm gonna be making a broccoli ginger coleslaw, but it'll be with broccoli, so it'll be a broccoli slaw. So yeah, that's pretty much my dinner for tonight, and I will take you guys step by step through how to make that dinner. But before I show you guys what I have for lunch, I wanted to let you know that next week I am going to be doing an extended fast. Figure it's better to kind of let you know that this is happening before I do it. That way when my posts change, or if I'm unable to do what I eat in a day because I'm fasting, that way you guys know kind of what's going on ahead of time. So with fasting, I will say that I've recently gone to my doctor and I've had a full physical done, so I know that I'm in a very healthy state. I'm in one of the best states of health that I've ever been in. I did discuss fasting with my doctor. If you are considering doing an extended fast, or if that's something that you're thinking about doing, I would recommend going to your doctor, getting a physical done, doing your annual checkup, whatever it is that you need to have done, and then ask them the question about doing that. Talk about timelines that you're thinking of. I have a certain maximum number of days that I feel comfortable doing it, and that my doctor gave me the okay on. So I know kind of what my maximum amount is, but that amount will vary by person to person. So just because you see people on the internet or people in YouTube videos doing these things, that doesn't necessarily mean you can, and you definitely want to get your doctors all clear before doing it. So I will be vlogging that experience, and I will make that as a separate video. It won't be part of my what I eat in a day video series, but it will be up sometime whenever I'm done doing the fast, and I will document out, like I said, everything that I go through. But if I am fasting during that point in time, I might just put up a different video next Wednesday instead of this. And I like to try and keep you guys informed if I know that I'm going to be changing something or doing something different, so that way you guys know what to expect. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and make my lunch now, and I will just flip the camera around and show you guys what I put on my plate. So this is my lunch. It is a tin of tuna, as you saw, about 3 tablespoons of avocado oil mayonnaise, some wasabi powder paste, some ginger, some fermented ginger, and then some apple cider vinegar salad mix. That's about 2.5 cups of salad mix in there. This bowl is quite huge compared to what it looks like. It's the size of both of my hands. It's bigger than that. So it's about 2.5 cups of this cabbage, romaine, some kale, and then some chopped broccoli in there as well. So lots of different nutrients. It's gonna give me a good amount of energy to get through the remainder of my day until I'm ready to eat dinner. So it's now a bit later, and it's time to eat dinner. The brisket's been cooking all day, but I'm gonna take you through step by step of what I did earlier today, and then what I'm doing now after it to make the barbecue sauce and to make the broccoli slaw. I will say that all the ingredients that I use to make my barbecue sauce, you should be able to find either on places like Thrive Market or at your local grocery store. I will try to say out the brand names of each of the products that I use, so that way you could at the very least Google it to see if it's available in your area. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up making dinner and then show you guys what the end result looks like. All right, so I've just got my crock pot set up, and I'm gonna put this beef chuck brisket in. This is like 2.5 pounds of beef. So this ended up making 2 dinners, and I'm just gonna coat it with this dry rub spice. It's a lot of salt, about 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, and then 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So I'm also using liquid smoke. The kind that I'm using is this, like the chemical free kind. So you want to read the ingredients because there's some with some additives in there. So this one is just kind of like molasses and then the natural smoke flavoring. There are no carbs. It's like it's no sweetener to it. It's just kind of like the essence of the smoked molasses. So I'm just poured in 1 cup of water, just enough to cover the base of my crock pot. Put the brisket in, and then I just put the dry rub spice on top because the bottom is all fat. So I want that dry rub spice to get into the actual meat and not into the fat. And then I just added a couple drops of the liquid smoke into the water, and then just a few drops on top of the meat itself. So I cooked the brisket on low heat for about 6.5 hours. About a half an hour before it was time to eat, I got ready to make this broccoli slaw. So this is a serving for 2 people, so I took 3 tablespoons of the avocado oil mayonnaise, and then I took about a teaspoon of shredded ground ginger, about a teaspoon and a half of ginger paste, and then about a teaspoon of the fermented ginger that I have. And I mixed it together with the mayonnaise, and then added in about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in order to get it kind of a good runny dressing texture. Then I added in about 165 grams of broccoli slaw, and then I just put that in the refrigerator for 30 minutes so that way all the broccoli would absorb the dressing, and it takes about 30 minutes for broccoli slaw to kind of absorb everything. So when it's time to make the barbecue sauce, I put 4 tablespoons of this West Bray natural ketchup. This is ketchup just basically made from tomato paste, some onion, some apple cider vinegar, so there's really like no sweeteners in it. And I put it in a saucepan. I put some of that liquid smoke on, about 3 dashes of that. And then I did a tablespoon of avocado oil, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of mustard, and then a dash of cayenne pepper. I also added in about a tablespoon of that maple flavor extract. Well, this is just plain maple flavor, so this is going to make it a maple flavored barbecue sauce. And then I added in 2 tablespoons of the Truvia brown sugar, and just had this on medium-low heat, and then just allowed kind of the sugar to melt, all the spices to kind of mix together, and then just kept that on a warm, low heat until I was ready to serve it. So this is kind of like my perfect ideal barbecue sauce. When the brisket was done, I took it out of the crock pot. I like my brisket to be about 200 degrees when it comes out of the crock pot, because then it's fully cooked. This one was 209, so it was perfect. And as you can see, there is a lot of fat on this meat, so I'm getting a lot of fat in this meal, even though it doesn't appear like I'm getting that much. There is a ton of fat, and I ate all of that fat when I ate this. So this is what the meal looks like when it's all done. I just added about 3 tablespoons of the barbecue sauce to the brisket and enjoyed it all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and seeing what one person is eating on a ketogenic diet. I did have a few ingredient repeats throughout the day, but there are just some flavors that I like. And when you like a flavor, you're gonna have a tendency to repeat use it, because that's what's gonna keep you kind of, in line and going forward with your goals on any kind of diet or any kind of lifestyle change, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's my day of eating. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.